She is a YouTube trends and culture expert. Madeline Buxton joins us this morning to talk all things 2023. Good morning to you, Madeline. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
I am so curious about this list, and I want to know what is trending. What are some of the top searches? So what do you have for us?
Yeah, so this year we looked at the trending topics that creators and viewers were talking about and engaging with the most. What we saw is that major cultural moments were coming to life in new and more varied ways than ever before on YouTube. So on our trending topics list, you'll see some things that you might expect and are probably familiar with, like the Barbie movie. This is on there because it created this whole aesthetic that a lot of creators were tapping into and using as inspiration to put their own personal spins on this bigger moment, from fashion DIYs to beauty tutorials. Then you'll also see some things on the list that you might be a little less familiar with. There's something on there called Skibbity Toilet, which sounds very odd to say on TV. It's started as this meme about these talking toilets from this one creator that turned into this epic story of good versus evil that has unfolded on YouTube over the course of the year.
How funny. I mean, isn't it funny how there are some things that you just don't know why they pick up steam the way they do? Do you see that?
Yeah, definitely. I like to refer to that one as like Terminator for the internet age.
I love it. What else do you have for us, Madeline?
Well, if you look at our top songs list this year, one of the biggest stories there is that regional Mexican music had an absolutely massive year in the US. It's this continuing evolution of the popularity of Latin artists like Peso Pluma and Grupo Frontera. They're taking these more traditional sounds and merging them with more modern hip-hop influences and climbing to the top of the charts. It's incredible to see.
That's so interesting. Is there anything that surprises you at times when these lists comes out that you're like, I never would have thought that?
Absolutely. I think if you look at our trending topics list, there's a game on there called Garden of Ban. It's this indie horror game that broke through because it tapped into this much bigger horror trend that we've seen playing out across YouTube over the past couple of years.
Interesting. Okay, what else are we missing, Madeline? I know there's got to be more on this list, right?
Yes, absolutely. Artificial intelligence is on there. Of course, It has been a huge buzzword of the year. And one of the interesting things about this is that there's really a full spectrum of videos that we're seeing tied to artificial intelligence. So at one end, you have creators who are experimenting with new tools like Bard, using it to create challenges for them and inspire more of their content. At the other end, you have creators who are really pushing the boundaries of what's possible with the technology. There's this great channel called Quarter Crew, who they're not animators, but they've used AI technology to create these incredible anime-style videos.
Interesting. It's also interesting to me that trending searches in 2023 quite different than what we had perhaps 10 years ago, maybe even 5 years ago. Do you see the presence of social media, the TikTok, the Instagram, even YouTube having such a big influence on what people are searching?
Definitely. When we started putting out our end of year list for YouTube over a decade ago, we saw that a lot of the top videos were these viral videos that everyone knew about. And nowadays, there just aren't viral videos in the same way because people have such a personal, individualized experience of what they're watching online. It's so different.
That's so true. Well, Maddie, we appreciate your time. I have one question before we let you go. Any predictions for this time next year for 2024? I know that's looking ahead a little bit.
Just a little bit. Well, I'm so excited to see more of the trends that come out of the use of AI. We just launched a new experiment in Shorts called Dream Track AI, where creators can use the voices of well-known artists like John Legend to produce their own music. And I can't wait to see the creativity there.
I tell you what, you and I come back, we'll talk in another 10 years and we'll see how this has all changed. Okay.
That's great.
Madeline, thank you so much. Happy holidays to you.
Thank you. Happy holidays.